Is he still wearing that free shirt he got on that night?
He didn't wear it last week.
I know, but
I didn't wear it last week.
Yeah, he didn't wear it last week, but you missed it because you were suspended.
You're the one who wears the same clothes every damn day. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Week 13 Big Pick 4, the show where the NFL handicapping experts, Big Danny D and Big Brian B, give you the best 4 picks for Sunday NFL games, to include the Big Danny D guarantee and the Big Brian opposite of guarantee pick. So either way, you're going to win money. You just bet on Dan's pick, and then you bet against Brian's guarantee pick, right?
That's right. 10-2. The only one we got right last week.
Which brings us to the recap of last week, which was a 3-1 week, which puts us slightly above 500. Not enough to really win any money and be in the green. But there again, if you simply pick the Big D guarantee and bet against the Big B guarantee.
Oh, you don't have to keep repeating that, Scott. All right, Scott, you don't have to
then you would actually have made money.
Hey, and you're not exactly lighting the world on fire, 6-6.
Yeah, well, I had a 1-3 shot at getting a win last week. With the, they got Ray Rice in the last minutes of the game for your Ravens on the road theory that got blown up.
I was screaming at the TV watching that game. That was so frustrating watching that last play.
4th and 29.
Yeah.
Was it?
Unbelievable. Longest, I think, in the history of the NFL, longest 4th down conversion.
And if they don't,
San Diego covers.
If they don't get the first, it's a game over.
Yeah, San Diego covers and wins that. We go 2-2. But it's the way it goes.
It's a tough league.
Yeah. I have an opening statement.
Get the crickets ready.
We get crickets dialed in.
Yeah, get them dialed in. I am not wearing the Boo-Roo bag. I've decided to take a mulligan. I think every human being deserves one mulligan.
This is like number 300.
And screw you, Dan Kaiserman. I'm taking a mulligan.
You're not going to mention anything about your fans. Your fans don't want you to wear the bag. That's usually your shtick, right?
Now the fans do want him to wear the bag. They think he looks better that way.
You got cricket and not me.
I meant to cricket Brian. I was a little too slow.
He said he meant to cricket you. See?
I know, but it's slow. He's too slow.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Well, no, but that's the other thing, too. I have been getting some complaints from the ladies. They want to see my beautiful face, so that's another reason I'm not going to be wearing a bag.
Yeah, my sister watched the show, and she just laughed.
Are you going to be trigger happy with the cricket, Scott? All right? You're going to be cricket yourself sometimes.
The ratings actually did go up last week. So if you track our ratings with Big B live and Big B being banished, the ratings actually increased.
Yes. My sister did a nice job of promoting the show at post-Thanksgiving meal last Friday. She spread the word about our show.
Excellent.
And hopefully those people told other people. So see how the ratings go up this week.
So the week for Big B to redeem himself has a theme song. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the wrong theme song. Redemption. Even the big Boo-Roo could get lucky.
Hey, I'm drinking a beer.
That's right. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, turn the season around.
No, I'm taking a mulligan. I already told you that. My Big B's taking a mulligan.
Yeah. By the way, I'd like to thank everyone for winning the guarantee this year. Brian has no chance of catching me, so I'd like to thank all my fans, everyone who helped. All the letters and everything. It's great. And, I accept my award for winning the guarantees graciously, and we'll have a new competition again next year, and we'll hopefully the best man wins.
So that means I have to give your gimp back.
Yeah, and maybe $50 and clean my house.
Yeah.
And paint my backyard.
She was complaining anyway. She doesn't like to cook. So she said
she probably complained more of the smell. All those dead animals you have in your apartment.
I don't know. You just farted. That might have been one of the nastiest smells I've ever smelled in the history of mankind.
Probably. Now you know what mustard gas smells like.
Are you mathematically still in the office bet for the big
he's
pick
two
four?
ahead. Brenton's two ahead of us.
Yeah,
last week. Oh yeah.
Yeah, last week he did not submit any picks, so he just gets a zero week. So.
So we're
nice.
two ahead. Or he's two ahead.
He's
right
two
now.
ahead. He has 26 victories. We have 24. But we're two behind with 5 weeks left, so we have a chance. Or 5 weeks.
Yeah, I have no excuse. The only thing I can say is I don't know if the Packers got off the bus on Sunday night. I think that was another team that looked like the Packers, but I think the real Packers were still on the bus.
Yeah, I guess that happened 8 times so far for you this year.
That's right. Well.
So as always, we start the show off with the Week 13 Badge of the Week from Big Danny D.
Well, there were a lot of candidates this week. As I picked the Detroit Lions, Jim Schwartz, for not knowing the rules and throwing that flag, cost the team a touchdown. And you've known that because the officials let it go, they let him score, and it's an automatic review. And they would have found out, okay, the guy was down at the 33-yard, whatever it was. They brought the play back, and that would have been it. It would have been a first plus a 15-yard penalty. But instead, he threw the flag, and it cost his team a touchdown, which was stupid. And then you have Sue kicking the quarterback of the Texans in the balls in the middle of the game. You can't do that. I mean, it's like this guy does this every year. And because of those 2 stupid plays, that they lost. They should have won the game. So, and Jim Schwartz cried about it after the game. And they had the defensive coordinator punting the playbook. So because of that, they're the badge of the week. The week starts
Sunday to Sunday. She goes,
the week starts, no, but they don't. It doesn't work that way in the NFL. It's Thursday to Monday is the NFL week.
But when we do the show, it's Friday. You're doing to yesterday.
I know.
No, it's the NFL week, Brian. It's the Week 12 NFL week. It's official NFL week, which started on Week 12 with the Thanksgiving
It's
game.
already tainted. The fact that he mentioned it a week ago. It's like
it doesn't matter. But you were banned from the show for many reasons, so you have no room to talk. Let's keep going here.
I was the one that brought it up. Dan didn't even bring it up.
Yes, but since you didn't watch the show, which you told me you never watch it because you have internet problems again, you can't figure out how to put an Ethernet cord in a computer. One of the many things you can't figure out.
No, actually, you can come to my apartment anytime you want and check the cord. There's something wrong with the portal. It's not the plug. It's the portal because I bought another plug. And it still doesn't work. It's this fucking little hole thing. I said move on.
I know this is going on way too long. We need to get to the first pick.
The portal. Is this Star Wars or Star Trek? We're dealing with portals now?
Yeah, you can talk. You went on with that stupid pirate thing last year.
The pirate thing, the stadium thing.
Yeah.
Nobody says portal for something, an orifice of a computer.
What's the difference?
Who says portal?
Him.
So the first combined pick for Week 13, Lucky 13. Let's have it,
all right,
Big
the
Dan.
first combined pick is our old friends, Cincinnati -1 versus our other old friends, San Diego in San Diego. After San Diego screwed us last week, I figure Cincinnati is favored by 1 point and should be able to win, convert some 4th and 29s against San Diego, who are just so great. Philip Rivers blows. Moon Man's going to be fired. Cincinnati's actually played really well lately. They've really been on a roll. They've won like 3 or 4 in a row, and they've been just rolling teams.
And they're in solid wild cards.
Yeah, they've been good. Right? I mean, that was one pick I steered BKO away from. Unfortunately, I steered him to another bad pick, which is my fault. But he was going to take Oakland in that game. But Cincinnati was good in that game, and San Diego's has been just awful. Last week's game was the epitome of their entire season. You can't stop a 4th and 29. As Brian liked to say, you could get a high school team to stop a 4th and 29.
Yeah.
I mean, that is awful. It was like a little shovel pass, wasn't it? It wasn't even a
it was like a 2-yard.
Yeah, it was like a little 2-3 yard pass, and somehow it turns into a 32-yard game.
He was the outlet.
And that was awful. Because of that, and because of the way Cincinnati's playing.
During the play, like 3 Chargers guys ran into each other.
It looked like the Eagles. The Eagles had to play like that last week. 2 guys ran into each other. Which is always funny. But anyway.
You should mention, too, that they have burnt us in the past. Cincinnati's
burnt us.
Yes,
they have. But both teams have burnt us. So 2 negatives have to make a positive here.
I like that.
So because San Diego is awful, they have nothing to play for now. I think their playoff dreams are over. Moon Man's going to be out. Who knows what Philip Rivers' future is? Because he's been awful this season. I'm taking Cincinnati. They've been playing hard. Their defense is playing well. The offense is good. AJ Green has been a beast lately. What's his name? Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, I think, has had 2 or 3 straight 100-yard games. I just like the way this game sets up for the Bengals.
Defense.
Bengals
defense.
They're making plays. They're getting special teams plays. San Diego is just they gave up. They have no heart.
They have good pass rush with Dunlap.
Yeah.
And that other guy from Miami, forgot his name.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But anyway, take the Bengals this week.
Big B's theory that Carson Palmer was going to come into Paul Brown Stadium all fired up.
Yeah, fired up all right. Right into the ground.
Hey, but how about Dan last week going 0 for 2 on this combined picks?
Hey, you announced one too.
What?
I just picked the games. You announced one.
No, he said he wanted to pick Oakland, and he got blown out.
That was last week. That was supposed to be the big. No, that was last week for the Big B. You want to take Oakland because you thought that Cincinnati wouldn't cover 9.5. But unfortunately, I steered you toward the Packers, and that didn't work out too well.
No, you guys called Carolina on Monday night. Now, I don't know if they covered.
Yes, I think they did cover. Yeah.
It was only 3.
3, yeah. Unfortunately, because of your rules, we can't take Monday night games.
Yeah.
But we called.
But you did call that. Yeah, but you're like 1 for 1 on calling Monday night games.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, no, you called 1.
I mean, you're 1 for
the
2.
show was 2 for 3 because you called the Redskins.
Yeah. Well, no. He called the Redskins on Sunday night. That was a Sunday game.
You're right. That was
Sunday game.
We wouldn't take it. We didn't know what was going to happen. If we had known.
You guys would have gone 4-0 that week if you'd taken
the Redskins. That's the way it goes.
But wait a minute. Shouldn't you just be... I mean, isn't that a gimme pick for the rest of the season? Just bet against the Eagles? I mean, what's their cover this week?
Yeah, the thing is, though, I don't know.
I was willing to take that game.
Philadelphia, I don't know. I think they're going to run the ball. They're not going to throw the ball a lot. They're going to keep it.
Does it really matter?
Conservative. They're going to play Dallas.
They can still turn the ball over 3 or 4 times.
I don't trust Romo. Their Dallas, it's only the defense is good, but Dallas's offense is not very good.
Well, the thing is, though, Dallas offense can put up some points once in a while. They can put up 30 points. I don't think the Eagles can do that.
Well, no, but Romo's happy with like a 6-point win. You know, that makes him happy.
Well, we'll see what happens.
He's not going to put up any big points.
I was willing to go for that game, but we decided against it as a combined pick. So.
Yeah, there's another. Dan was leaning a little toward the Houston game. But he decided.
But I didn't like the way they're playing.
The last couple of games, they've gone to overtime, I think.
They've gone to overtime, and their defense is really banged up. A lot of their defensive stars are hurt. So I think it was smart to stay away from them this week.
So first guaranteed pick, one of your original franchise teams. Were the regional Bengals? Were they? National
they were part of the American Football
League.
League. They came in at 52 years ago, I think it is. Against.
Well, and Paul Brown got pissed off at the Browns, and that's when he went over and started the Bengals, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
So here we are with our second combined pick.
Second combined pick is taking Carolina -3 at Kansas City. The basis for the pick is that Kansas City is 1-10. They're just woeful. Cam Newton looked good last week. I didn't do much analysis. I just think basically Kansas City's really bad, and I like that spread. And I think Carolina played well. I think Cam Newton looked good last week.
Yeah, it's a good spread.
Yeah, so for all those reasons, I would take Carolina -3 at Kansas City. And we might make Kansas City one of those teams that we just bet against every week.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, I just think because it's a low spread. Sometimes
Right.
they got too high of a spread. Remember that at a Baltimore game?
Yeah, it
got
was like
screwed?
10 and we got screwed.
Yeah, so because the spread's low, I think it's a good pick. Kansas City is terrible.
Wasn't the old Patriots backup quarterback supposed to energize
He
that
got
team?
hurt.
What
He's
happened?
out, and Brady Quinn is playing for them right now.
And the other
I
thing
didn't
is
know. Okay.
they were actually doing this on Monday night. They were showing that Carolina, even though they're 3-8, they've played a lot of close games. I think they had like 4 or 5 games they've lost by like 3 or 4 points.
Yeah.
So even though they're 3-8, they've played tough. And Kansas City's got blown out 4 or 5 times this year, like by 13, 14 points.
They
So,
lost their last game They lost a couple weeks ago by 25.
yeah. I mean, they really don't have. All they have is Jamal Charles on offense.
Yeah,
pretty much.
they try to play defense, but because it's this low spread, even if it's a 5-point game, you still win the bet.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your 2 combined picks for Week 13 are what? What was this? Oh yeah, your Panthers and your Bengals. As always, ladies and gentlemen, a word from this week's Big Pick 4 sponsor.
Imagine a level of comfort never experienced before in air travel. With in-flight entertainment that is second to none. And for our exclusive Mile High Club members, luxury that other airlines can only dream of. Introducing the future of air travel, LynxJet.
We're back. Brian's got a new beer. He's ready to go.
We're back in the saddle again.
He's so happy I bought beer last week for him.
That's right.
You make a good wife someday.
That's right.
Danielle Kaiserman.
That's right. See, I have the wherewithal to walk 4 blocks to the beer store and bring it back and not complain about being too heavy like some people. Remember the futon fiasco?
Beer.
And Brian will have to say,
You couldn't carry the futon.
Brian will have to say, boy, you sure got a purty mouth.
No, I like the fact that I fell asleep in IKEA.
Oh my God. That was funny.
You did what?
Comfortable. Well,
You fell asleep in IKEA?
Yeah, remember that? We helped him move and he fell asleep in the IKEA. And then he couldn't lift the futon. I had to take it to the car.
Yeah, I took shock therapy to forget that move.
Yeah, that was a rough move.
Yeah, Brian spent laying on his back,
Yeah,
looking up at the ceiling.
that was fun.
Oh, you're killing me! You're killing me!
In that dirty apartment.
No, it's not that dirty apartment. That's the old dirty apartment. He's now converted the new apartment into the new dirty apartment. I guarantee you it's no different than the day he moved out of that last one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it looks just as clean.
Yeah. No, maybe he hasn't. Maybe the only difference is he doesn't have newspaper stuffed into all the crevices around the refrigerator to keep ice out.
Dude, that took forever to get all that newspaper out, man. That took me like 6 hours.
That sounds like fun.
Fucking crazy shit.
Oh my God.
Didn't even work.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have our first guaranteed pick from Big Danny D, who's at what?
10-2.
10-2, baby.
All right.
Let's have it.
The big D this week is San Francisco -7 at St. Louis. I know last time they played to a tie, but that's kind of a freak thing. That's the first tie in 4 years in the NFL.
Yeah, and Smith got hurt in the game.
Yeah, the infamous Donovan McNabb game. But San Francisco's been playing great lately. Kaepernick has re-energized that team. The offense has been much better. The defense has been great. Aldon Smith is nuts. I think he has more sacks than the Eagles do as a team, or more than Jacksonville has as a team. He's been incredible. I think he has like 16 and a half already. He set a record, I believe, for most sacks in the first 2 years of a career. So he's incredible. Their pass rush has been great. Their defense has been getting turnovers. They made Drew Brees look awful last week. I can only imagine what they're going to do to Sam Bradford. I mean, I understand it's a divisional game, but San Francisco's been playing really well. I really like what they're doing. The second week in a dome, so I don't think Kaepernick will be as many issues as he did last time. Plus, probably half the crowd won't even be there since the Rams stink. So for those reasons, I'm taking the 49ers -7. I feel good about this pick. I said 49ers playing well, and the Rams have been okay. I mean, they're not awful, but 49ers their defense should really control this game and help them win by more than 7.
So where's your stat for the last time that a backup quarterback covered a 7-point spread?
I don't know. How about last week?
Oh,
That's right.
He covered easily. And this Saints offense and the St. Louis offense is not nearly as good as the Saint offense. It's all about this San Francisco defense because they control the game. They're going to put Kaepernick in positive territory to make plays. They're going to control field position. And the Rams are incompetent. I don't even know what Amendola is going to do. He's been in a boot all week. What's his name? Jackson, I think, had his first 100-yard game of the year last week. I mean, he's done absolutely nothing. San Francisco is really ready to go. It looks like they're finally taking off. I mean, they're 8-2-1. They're trying to pull away and run away with that division, get a first-round bye. They have a lot to play for here. Harbaugh, I think, has helped a little bit. It's a quarterback controversy, but getting everyone riled up, get them motivated to play. So I think they really want to go out there and kick some ass.
so there you have it. 7-point cover for your 49ers. Now, the big B, opposite of guarantee.
The big B for this week is going to be Chicago. They're playing at home -3.5 against Seattle. Take Chicago. Even Dan said he really likes this pick. Basically, Chicago. I mean, they won 28-10 last week. They lost to San Francisco the week before, and they barely lost to Houston. They're a very good team. They have great special teams, great defense. It's a low cover. They're playing at Chicago. I don't know. They just look good. Jay Cutler, when he's playing quarterback, they're a different team. I actually, you always bring up the spoiler alert, when you want or whatever, red flag alert. I do kind of wonder why that's like maybe this Vegas knows something we don't know because that spread is really low.
Well, at the beginning of the week, they weren't sure if some of the Bears players were going to play, but Lance Briggs is going to play. Tillman's going to play. Forte is going to play. They're all going to be in. That's why it was low at the time. But all those guys are going to play. And Seattle, they had to fly to Seattle, to Miami, back to Seattle again, and then to Chicago. So that's a lot of running around.
We might have to have a once a year thing. This could be the Vegas gift of the year, people. This could be the spread of the year. This could be the gift of the year. I would take this and run and get all your life savings out. I think Vegas, they either know something we don't know or they slipped up on the spread. Because there's no way, if I was doing spreads, I'd have it at least 5.
It's all based on Seattle's record, I think. Even though I think they've been starting to fade away recently. I think the league's catching up to...
And they don't play well on the road.
They don't play well on the road, and I think the league's catching up to Russell Wilson a little bit here, too.
Yeah. And that defense for Chicago is just nasty.
Yeah. And Seattle's not been able to run the ball very well at all. Marshawn Lynch has done nothing the last 3 weeks. He's been terrible. And because of that, Wilson's been exposed.
And for the audience out there, I got the okay from Big D himself.
So you kind of
he likes
so if they lose, are you going to put this on me?
No, but that should reassure.
The great Big D screwed that one up.
That should reassure the audience, though. That's all I'm saying, right?
Yeah, go for it.
That was me.
The Bears.
Yeah, I have a better record than the Vegas guy in the local paper. He's only 10-5, 7-5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you, Danny.
That's
right. Big D.
Yeah,
Beat
but
the Vegas guy.
That's right.
See,
we always warn about the trick lines, the Vegas lines, but I will say most of the ones that really jump out at me as trick lines are the ones where I see like a -1, and I'm saying, what the hell is going on here?
well, I mean, the only reason I brought this up is because if I was doing the lines, and not working at Rand Spears' office, I would have probably put this at 5,
Yeah.
6. No, that's a low. That's ridiculously low.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
but that team, the Bears, too, you have to look at the difference that they've shown when Cutler is out. So they're
Yeah, but they're
I
playing.
realize
but he's
they've got talent, but look what happened to them when Cutler was
Yeah,
out.
but he's
Yeah.
playing though.
But
So
I
what's
think
their
they
point?
just want people to bet on
I know.
Seattle
My
up there.
point is that what happens if something happens to Cutler,
I guess it could be closer.
who already got hurt?
But I still think the Bear defense can do a number on Wilson.
The Bears defense has scored 9 touchdowns.
They have a
this
nice
year.
big defensive line, nice tall.
And they have.
They'll be able to back down some passes.
I mean, Dan, you're the statistics guy, but I think the special teams has at least 2 touchdowns. This defense has 8 or 9 touchdowns.
Hester is out this week.
Okay.
He has a concussion. But I don't think that's going to really matter.
No, I'm just saying that they have other ways to score.
They
Like
they might score a couple of defensive touchdowns in this
Yeah.
game. Well, I think Wilson has really struggled, and the Bears prey on that stuff.
I think about
Plus, they
Seattle.
have this Royland controversy in Seattle. Their 2 starting corners are both going to be suspended after the game, probably for use of Adderall, I believe.
Yeah, and also I'm not really a fan of their receiving core is average at best. Sidney Rice, Golden Tate, they're average at best. They're nothing exciting.
Honestly, I think they're okay. It's the quarterback who's average. I just don't think he's that great. He's not going to win a game for you, which you kind of need at some point during the year in the NFL. Maybe we'll get away with that in college.
He's better than Nick Foles.
Maybe. I don't know, though. When you're trying to win, really win something here, I'm not sure he's capable at this point of doing that.
So there you have it. Pick your 49ers and your Bears for your 2 guarantee picks for Week 13. Especially the Big D, who was at, you said 10-3 right
10-2.
now. 10-2. And, even the Big B could come through, because I do agree with the analysis on Chicago. And now I will have the official Big Pick 4 man violation, being as Brian gave up those duties as a management decision last week, because we need a man violation every week, because we didn't have one last week. So actually, Brian doesn't get to do it anymore.
Yeah, right, Scott. Yeah, okay. This week's man violation is any man that takes baths with fruity stuff like bath salts or ginger, like spices and herbs, and puts weird stuff in their bath, and then like puts on music and basically really gays it up, like puts on some Anya.
Pampers himself.
Yeah, that's you're not gonna catch a steel worker. Pittsburgh Steel Mill after work's gonna hit the bath salts, the nice bath. Anyway, that's my man violation for this week.
I have one too. A man doesn't know when the NFL week starts.
Too bad. I do the man violations and you don't.
I was gonna say, any man. There's actually no exceptions to this rule. Even if you go to Brian's, well, if it's gonna get you laid, or if there are no exceptions for going to see Iron Mike. What is a movie? Not Iron Mike. What's a movie? What's the movie about the male dancing?
Oh yeah, I forgot the name of it. The one with Wahlberg. I forgot. Mark Wahlberg. Mike. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a male dancer.
Well, I missed
Magic Mike.
Magic
Why
Mike.
the violation that you know the name of that movie?
Well, he didn't.
Well, well, you know it. That's Brian's favorite movie.
Yes, it is. Yes.
If we were doing a more adult show, there's a different story I could tell you about Brian's obsession with men, but we're not going to get into that right now.
There's no, oh, she made me go. No, that's just flat out. That is, that goes in the vault. There's only one other movie that I know of in the vault right now. No exceptions is Brokeback Mountain, which I'm sure Brian's seen already.
I've never seen that movie.
There's a ton that can go in the vault. You got Fried Green Tomatoes. Stepmom.
Anything with Steven Seagal.
No, Steven Seagal's great, dude.
Any movie with Hulk Hogan.
Steven Seagal rules.
All Hulk Hogan movies are terrible. Any movie the best.
No, I'm not talking about terrible. I'm talking about man violations.
No.
Well,
man
how
violations.
about that stupid Hulk Hogan movie? What's it called?
Steel Magnolias.
Mr. Nanny or something?
Yeah, that's a man violation. That is a man violation.
So, Brian, what did you think about Brokeback Mountain? Did you relate to the central character?
I could relate.
You know, Brian was the fluffer on the set there.
That's right.
Oh. He's like, hey, cowboy, you need some fluffing?
He can come ride my horse.
I think Brian was a bad boy on that set.
So he was a sheep.
So what happened?
That's right.
Hey Scott, what happened tonight? How come you did the show 7:30?
Because Brian told me the trick. What he does with those sheep is he takes their back legs and puts them inside of his cowboy boots, and then he starts pushing them over a cliff, so they keep trying to back up to save their lives. That's a technique Brian told me about.
Well, I would just like to point out that the reason that we started the show at 7:30 tonight, Scott didn't want to say anything because he's a little shy, but he had a date earlier around 6 o'clock with a guy named Chuck. I think things went well. They had a nice romantic dinner. So that's the reason that we had the show late. He was a little shy about letting you guys know.
Did it work out?
One thing I can honestly say is I don't like men. I tolerate them.
It's all right. Hey.
I really don't like men. Not even as friends, really. That's how opposite of gay I am.
You can be opposite of gay. Good for you, Scott.
Weren't you in the Navy?
In the Navy. No, that was the old joke where they says, I got some good news and some bad news. You can put your member in the barrel anytime, and then someone in the barrel will take care of it. Well, the bad news is tomorrow's your day in the barrel. That's an old Navy.
Oh my God! Tomorrow's your day in the barrel. Wow.
No, but that is an old saying where you say, "Hey, tomorrow's your day in the barrel." That's where that joke came from, or that's where that saying came from. It came from that joke. The old barrel with the hole in it. Tomorrow's your day in the barrel. That means you shouldn't be looking forward to it unless you're like Brian.
There's something
or
every
Scott.
day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have your week 4, your week 13 big pick 4 picks. Lock it in.
We've had several week ones.
As Big B would say. Lock it in. And the recap is a big cover on your 49ers.
Nice.
The Big O picking the Cam Newtons. I agree. The Chiefs. I picked that thinking that the Chiefs quarterback was healthy. I didn't even know he was injured. That makes it even better.
Yeah.
Brady Quinn is
that
horrible.
Could be a better line than the Bears line.
Yeah, I have Red Zone, and they would go to that game sometimes. He's horrible.
Yeah.
He is clueless. Like
I'd rather you be playing for them than Brady Quinn. He stinks.
And 3 away games, 1 home game, mixing it up a little there.
No dogs.
But I think the Week 15's got potential to put us back in a solid plus for the overall. For going into Week 14, 17 weeks, is there not? So we still got time.
Yeah, we're doing.
Yeah, that's right.
Doing playoffs, I guess.
Yeah, we're doing playoffs too, but I don't think the playoffs count towards the regular season. think it should be two separate things.
Right. So
Nice.
this week you go out and tail the UPS man and hit up those packages that are on the porches. Load your car up.
Hey, I got one
Put
this
that
week.
shit on eBay. Put that shit on eBay and use your proceeds.
Wait, I got another one for you, Scott. Also, there's a scam out there that you should all try to get some extra money. Go to a parking lot in front of a restaurant or something and pretend to be a valet.
Yeah, put on a red jacket and a bow tie.
Put on a red jacket and a bow tie.
Yeah.
Or it's just stand up, go to a major venue and stand like up the road from the guy taking the money for parking and put on a parking attendant jacket. And then they get up to the guy collecting the money for parking. They're like, wait, I just paid. You what? No, you didn't. Who was that guy then? Who?
After a while, though, you get caught, though.
Sweet. Yeah, I like the valet. You could even get, hey, Brian, you could even get a little sign, walk up there with a little sandwich board, drop it down.
Big B's $10 parking.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, wait, his last words are, wait, I didn't get my ticket. I love that. I think we might get some hits from all the criminals this week on the show.
Yeah, right.
Ideas. Yeah, your UPS idea was good, too.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It'd be funny, though, if you end up getting, like, you end up packages and they're like women's underwear and some weird ass shit like dildos and stuff.
Well, no, I'm not going to steal the package from your house.
Steal a package from Brian's house.
So as always,
Score with Big Pick 4.